Part 19. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 181. The second holy son of Jingguan Cave, Jinhu, looked over with a sharp gaze. He had an extraordinary aura and was very sturdy and majestic. He was obviously an expert at first glance. The other two experts stood with him, exuding powerful winds, and were also experts in the transformation of the spirit realm. "Are you Qin Feng?" Jinhu's face was solemn. Qin Feng destroyed the first holy son of their Jingguan Cave, causing him, the second-ranked holy son, to take the position and become the first of the young generation in Jingguan Cave. The cave master in Jingguan Cave was afraid that Jinhu would also fall, so he used a technique that was enlightening to the top, and directly raised Jinhu's cultivation to the fourth stage of the transformation of the spirit realm, which made him full of confidence. "It's me." Qin Feng sat on the dragon horse, and he expanded a powerful golden light, like a god. Some of the cultivators who followed in later knew Qin Feng's invincible means, and they also knew the two cultivators standing next to Jinhu. These two people were cultivators from Suanji Mountain, the first and second ranked holy sons and saints. This time, the two entered the Gishui secret realm to experience and find some opportunities. They had a good relationship with Suanji Mountain and Jingguan Cave, so at the invitation of Jinhu, they entered the seabed together to find the Jianlong's nest. It's Suanji Mountain Saint Sun Suanyu and Saint Daughter Xianxian. What a pair of immortal couples. Some people noticed the two and couldn't help but admire them in their hearts. Suanji Mountain, where the two were, ranked among the top of the 100,000 mountains and was very powerful. Qin Feng's eyes just glanced at the three of them and then looked elsewhere. As for the elders of Jingguan Cave, Qin Feng didn't even look at them and didn't take them seriously at all. There was a portal in front of him, and a huge crystal stone stood there. Qin Feng saw the formation restriction, and he knew that this was the second portal of the Gishui secret realm. There are also countless soldiers and weapons, as well as some materials. It seems that the treasures obtained by the monks killed by Jianlong for countless years are as high as a hill. However, there is no real treasure, not as much as Qin Feng's accumulation. Qin Feng rode the dragon horse forward and prepared to go directly to the crystal stone to take a look. "Brother Qin, please stay." Suddenly, Jinhu spoke. Surprisingly, there was no murderous aura on him. His tone was extremely peaceful and kind. "Huh? What? Do you want to avenge your saint's son?" Qin Feng glanced at Jinhu, not polite at all. He asked Long Ma to stop and looked at Jinhu. His expression was still very calm. Although Jinhu was in the fourth stage of the spirit transformation, with the blessing of Qin Feng's 9 prohibitions, the power was multiplied and he could completely kill the opponent. Although the saint son and saint daughter of Suanji Mountain were extraordinary, they were still not comparable to Zuk. The saint daughter of the Zuk clan was powerful and far beyond the reach of ordinary sections. She could completely stop one of them. "Don't misunderstand, Mr. Qin. I want to join forces with you to open the ban." Jinhu apologized with a smile. "Mr. Qin, that crystal is the ban that seals the second layer of the Gishui world. There is a powerful formation there. You need to use the power of the transformation realm to open it." Jinhu's face was full of smiles. Strictly speaking, Qin Feng helped him to become the first of the young generation of Jingguan Cave. However, if he was asked to fight Qin Feng, he really didn't dare. After all, the elders of Jingguan Cave and the two saints all died in Qin Feng's hands. Everyone around was dumbfounded when they saw Jinhu's attitude towards Qin Feng. They all knew that Qin Feng had destroyed the saints Jinlin and Jinwu. Originally, they thought that Jinhu would stop Qin Feng and there would be a big battle between the two, but they didn't expect it to be such a scene. No need to be so troublesome. Qin Feng waved his hand indifferently, and then he rode a dragon horse to the crystal. "Make way." Seeing that Xianxian, the saintess of Suanji Mountain, was blocking the crystal stone, Qin Feng waved his hand in dissatisfaction, as if waving away a fly. Xian, the saintess of Suanji Mountain, was immediately displeased when he saw her. Her peaks were round, revealing a small half of the whiteness, which was fascinating. Her posture was pleasing to the eye and made people excited. On weekdays, as long as she said a word, countless cultivators would gather like flies. This was the first time she was treated like this, and she felt dissatisfied in her beautiful eyes. Xian was about to get angry with Qin Feng, but was stopped by her senior brother Xian Yu. Xian Yu thought deeply. Even Jin, who was so polite to Qin Feng, he was afraid that this person was not easy to deal with. Senior brother, the other party is just a junior with Lingtai mirror, what are you afraid of? Xian sent a disgruntled voice. She was so displeased that she was looked down upon. Junior sister, you can't judge a person by his appearance. Qin Feng is the one who can kill the saint of the 7 killing palace. It is obvious that he has hidden his cultivation. Xian Yu was very calm. If they were not careful, they would have been eaten by others in this world full of demons. Qin Feng rode on the dragon horse and flashed around the two people. His speed was unimaginable. Don't be impulsive, Mr. Qin. Jin, who saw that Qin Feng actually rushed straight to the crystal stone, and immediately reminded him that the crystal stone restriction had recoil damage. If ordinary cultivators were hit, they would be seriously injured. Qin Feng didn't care about this at all. He looked at the crystal stone in front of him, and then flipped it casually. He pinched the finger seal and disappeared into the crystal stone in the shocked eyes of everyone. Huh! The three Jinhus, along with the cultivators who had just entered, watched Qin Feng disappear without reacting at all. Oh my god, they're going in right now. Is this restriction fake? Jinhu frowned slightly. The three of them had already used all their strength just now, but they couldn't move the crystal away. However, Qin Feng just watched them disappear from their sight, and the restriction seemed to be non-existent. What was going on? Go and try. Jinhu naturally wouldn't let his own people take risks. He photographed a cultivator from a distance and threw the cultivator towards the crystal. Bang! The moment the cultivator approached the crystal, waves of vibrations came from the crystal. The cultivator was shocked, and a heavy aura surged from his body to protect himself. But even so, the cultivator was directly repelled and vomited blood in the air, and was injured. The cultivator didn't dare to shout out loudly, and could only groan in pain. He blamed himself for being too close to Jinhu and the others. It was his bad luck. He didn't dare to confront the people of Jingguan Cave. The golden light animals were extremely powerful. Talking to them was courting death, not to mention seeking justice. The golden tiger of Jingguan Cave was rumored to be cruel and ruthless. He was very polite to Qin Feng, but it didn't mean he was polite to the cultivators like them. Swish! The light flashed in front of him, and Qin Feng came to the second level of the Gishui Small World. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 182. Immortal consciousness flashed before his eyes, and then the air around him became oppressive and dark. Qin Feng and the others entered a grey world. The temperature here is bone-chilling, and the cold wind howls in the void, making people shiver. This is the second level of Gishui's secret realm. Zhou Qing'er took off the long skirt that wrapped around her body, her eyelashes trembled, and she murmured softly. Whoosh! A strange fish appeared in the void and swooped towards Qin Feng and the others. This strange fish is so big that it can survive and fly even without water, which is very unusual. Bang! Suzaku took action brazenly, her fist was filled with Suzaku divine fire, and she punched the strange fish on the forehead. Immediately, the strange fish was beaten to pieces by her and fell to the ground. As the Suzaku divine fire spreads, the temperature here has warmed a lot. This is near a black mountain, and a lot of pressure flows out. Hey, what kind of fish is this? Can it be eaten? Zhou Qing'er picked up a branch and squatted down, poking at the corpse of the strange fish. This strange fish is jet black, very huge in size, and its body is extremely strong. Only Suzaku, who is at the stage of becoming a god, can kill it. If it were Zhou Qing'er and Lin Ziyi, they might not even be able to break through the defense. Gudong. Zhou Qing'er swallowed a mouthful of saliva. Although the fish didn't look very good looking, the meaty aroma coming from the part hit by the Suzaku divine fire was very tempting, and it might be delicious. At this time, the dragon horse on the side swallowed the whole strange fish with a squeak sound. Brush. Just for a moment, bursts of white mist suddenly evaporated from Longma's body, and then his face and body scales were all covered with layers of white frost, like an old horse with white hair. Gap. Ryoma burped, and a blazing fire surged from his body, and then he recovered, but he still swayed slightly, his teeth chattering, and he was obviously very cold. This foodie. Qinfeng smiled and said, this strange fish has a lot of energy in its body, which can be converted into the divine power of dragon and horse, but it is best to process it and refine it. Whoosh. Another strange fish rushed towards me, but the dragon horse monster refused to admit defeat. It pierced through again like lightning, and bit into the strange fish with its bloody mouth, revealing its brilliant teeth. Don't be reckless, little one. Qinfeng gave the order calmly. He saw that the strange fish did not have much impact on Longma, so he just said it casually. I just entered second place and I didn't know the situation clearly, so I was cautious in the end. The strange fish are all in the 9th stage of sainthood, and their bodies are like hills, surging with hurried cold light. Clang. The dragon horse opened its mouth and bit the strange fish. Suddenly, there was a sound of gold and iron, and then it tore off a large piece of flesh and blood. Hiss. A piercing scream suddenly sounded, the sound wave was majestic and breathtaking. Qinfeng and others only felt a sigh from the soul. If they were monks in the Lingtai realm, they would probably stand on the spot instantly under such sound waves. However, Qinfeng and the others have all entered the holy realm, so there is no serious problem. The strange fish had a piece of meat chewed off by the dragon horse, and it was bleeding profusely. Then, there was a black light rising, which looked really scary. The sound of the strange fish sounded, and there was a strange movement in the surrounding mountains and forests. There were black shadows, quickly surrounding the forward. These strange fish are all very large and flash with a strange black light. Tianqi. Wang Shui's eyes showed doubts. She felt that the power overflowing from these strange fish was like the rumored lunar energy. Tianqi. Qinfeng's eyes narrowed. He had heard of the Tianqi in his previous life. It was the extremely cold qi that was opposite to the sun's qi. Unexpectedly, on the second level of the small world, I met a strange fish with this lunar energy. Isn't this strange fish a kun fish? Bang. Qinfeng took the initiative and punched out a Tianpeng god-shaped punch, directly cutting a strange fish into quarters. Then, a platinum scratch-off card appeared on the spot. Qinfeng stepped forward and picked up the platinum scratch-off card. Ding, congratulations to the host who successfully used the platinum scratch-off card and obtained a top-grade weapon, the Sword of Taiyan. A gleaming black sword appeared in Qinfeng's hand, exuding a compelling aura. Brush. Qinfeng waved the black sword in his hand, and suddenly there was a chirp sound, and a black lightning flashed in the void with a fierce momentum. Boom. At this moment, a powerful sound came from behind, and Qinfeng and others all looked back. In the Gishui world, the huge spar on the first floor was broken open with force, and several monks came to the second floor. The new monks saw the Taiyan and eyes in Qinfeng's hands, and their eyes were filled with longing hands. The quality of this piece at first sight made everyone greedy. Qinfeng, keep that sword. There was a monk in black armor at the front who caught the Taiyan sword in Qinfeng's hand and said, he is a genius, Shan Qinggang from Xiaoao Peak. Shan Qinggang is the holy son of Xiaoao Peak. He is extremely powerful and his cultivation reaches the heaven and earth. The three geniuses standing next to him are Jinhu, Xian, and Xianyu. Just now they worked together to destroy the spar restriction and entered the second level of the secret realm. A powerful aura overflowed from the four people. They were all in the realm of transformation into gods. They were all masters, and their cultivations were astonishing. If you want it, come and get it. Qin Feng's voice was cold, revealing murderous intent. No matter who the other party was, if they dared to take his weapon, they would be like a long-lived man who wanted to hang himself. Swoosh. At this time, Qin Feng and those people had been separated by the strange fish. Some of those strange fish attacked Qin Feng, and more rushed to the first floor. Swoosh. With great momentum, nearly hundreds of strange fish surrounded the monks at the exit. Jinhu and the elders of the Jingguan cave behind him all attacked brazenly. They waved their weapons with extreme power. The sword energy was across the sky, and the knife energy was surging, shocking the second floor of the Gishui secret realm. In an instant, several strange fish were killed by them and their bodies were lying on the spot. However, for a moment, the Taiyan Qi flowed out from this place, and the air suddenly became cold, and countless cold crystals appeared. Those crystals were extremely solid, surrounding those monks and others, and surrounded by the cold Taiyan Qi. An elder of the Golden Light Cave could not bear it and was instantly frozen into an ice sculpture, and then shattered into powder, which was really cruel and terrifying. There were nearly 100 strange fish, and the breath they exhaled was extremely cold, causing the exit temperature to drop sharply. Bang! Jinhu punched out with a punch, saving an elder before the ice sculpture was formed. But unfortunately it was too late, the elder of the Golden Light Cave had already been frozen to death and lost his life. Qin Feng showed a cold smile at the corner of his mouth, and then raised his hand to kill a strange fish and headed for the depths. Warm reminder, if you find that clicking the next page will force you to jump to other websites, please use the chapter error or contact us at the bottom to inform us, we will deal with it as soon as possible. Thank you for your understanding. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 183. There were roars coming from behind, but Qin Feng and the other five didn't pay attention. They walked towards the small world. Not long after, Qin Feng and the others climbed the Black Mountain. There are clouds and fog here, the black fog is very thick, and strange fish are wandering here, breaking through the clouds. Just when Qin Feng and Long Ma appeared here, the strange fish in the sky spotted them instantly. In an instant, the strange fish surrounded Qin Feng and the others, and the sound of wind and thunder surged in the void, shaking the heaven and earth. The power of these strange fish is stronger and more amazing than the ones I encountered just now at the foot of the mountain. Brush. Suddenly, a black fish with golden markings appeared in the clouds. As soon as it appeared, a powerful momentum overflowed in the air, and the pressure suddenly increased. Qin Feng's eyes narrowed. This strange fish with golden markings is very powerful and is in the fourth stage of transformation. Human, you have crossed the line. The strange fish's voice sounded, and the strong murderous aura surged around its body. The suppressed Qin Feng and the others were like falling into the mire, and the aura on their bodies could not be released at all. So this is your territory, then let's go. Qin Feng smiled slightly, turned around immediately, and led Zhou Qing'er and the others down the mountain. The reason why Qin Feng is unwilling to have a conflict here is that in addition to the guy with the fourth stage of transformation, there are also countless monsters here. Although people like myself can exterminate all these strange fish, it will inevitably take a lot of effort. What if the geniuses near the entrance of the cave come after them? Without any nonsense, Qin Feng and the others walked decisively down the mountain without any hesitation. Boom! Suddenly, a jet-black air column formed and rushed towards Qin Feng and the others. Divine power fluctuated in the air. The black air column was like a big mountain, and it was bone-chilling cold. Bang! Qin Feng turned around and punched. With the blessing of the Nine Forbiddens, the Tianpeng divine form fist dispersed the air pillar. With a boom, the air pillar shattered into the sky and turned into black snow floating all over the sky. So, you're not going to let us go? Qin Feng's voice was cold, with a murderous aura. Since this strange fish was not ready to let him go, he had no choice but to kill it. Humans, you can leave if you want. I haven't eaten any living things from the outside world for countless years. If you keep that strange horse, I will let you go. The golden striped black fish had a sneer on its face. It looked at the dragon horse monster with a greedy expression. Roar! When the dragon horse monster heard this, he was immediately dissatisfied. It roared and the rolling sound echoed here. The magical power of the dragon clan and the roar of the divine dragon instantly made countless strange fish around them tremble, and some even fell directly into the clouds and fell to the ground. You're thinking shit. A flash of anger flashed in Qin Feng's eyes. This was his mount, and it was the capital for him to show off when he returned to the Qin clan in the future. How could he leave it to the other party? The dragon horse was also extremely angry. It had always regarded the monster as food, but at this moment, the monster turned around, making it full of murderous intent. Qin Feng stretched out his hand to comfort Long Ma, and then he looked at the golden striped strange fish king calmly. For a moment, one person and one fish intertwined their gazes, a cold murderous aura flowed from the void, and the atmosphere of the entire Black Mountain solidified, making people suffocating. The vision of the God King under the blessing of the Nine Forbiddens protects Qin Feng's own immortality, like a strengthened golden bell, surging with Meng Meng Bao Hui. Dark clouds rolled violently in the void, and then, the strange fish king suddenly swooped towards Qin Feng. Following the strange fish king's order, countless strange fish rushed towards them. The Taiyan energy in the sky was vast, and the spiritual energy was boiling and flying, converging towards them from all directions, which was extremely terrifying. Brush. At this time, Qin Feng took out the immortal slaying gourd, a top-grade weapon. With the blessing of the Nine Forbiddens, he instantly slashed out thousands of sword lights. The immortal killing gourd blooms with unparalleled murderous intent, intending to destroy all life in the world. When the strange fish around saw this scene, they were immediately frightened, and there was a heavy black light on their bodies, blocking the sword energy. However, the sword energy of the immortal killing gourd was invincible, and a vacuum appeared here. Hundreds of black strange fish were pierced by the sword energy and fell into the void, filled with the energy of the moon. Boom! The energy of Taiyan covered the sky and the sun like thousands of troops. The golden striped strange fish king's body was surrounded by Bao Hui, and its mountain-like body covered the entire sky. The strange fish king stood up, and the lunar energy turned into a huge axe. At this moment, the sky became darker, as if the end was coming. Qin Feng frowned, he put away the immortal slaying gourd, and then took out his top-grade Shura Divine Phoenix sword. Because, he discovered that the strange fish king who was in the fourth stage of divine transformation had two claws turned into fish fins, holding the axe, and the strong aura was moving in all directions, causing ripples in the void. Human, you pissed me off. The voice of the monster fish king spread out. Qin Feng's immortal killing gourd killed countless strange fish. Those were all his instructions, which made him extremely angry. Brush. As the strange fish king moved, black light intertwined with each other, and the Taiyan axe split the void. The void rippled violently like water, and one can imagine how powerful it was. Qin Feng's eyes narrowed, This strange fish king was very scary and very troublesome. 10 halls of Yama. Qin Feng lightly shouted, and a Yama came to the world, covering her body, spreading a violent aura. Then, Yama held a bloody long knife in his hand, slashing forward with Qin Feng with destructive power, as if to tear everything to pieces. Clang! The Taiyan axe collided with Qin Feng's Shura Divine Phoenix, causing ripples in the void, and a sword light dozens of feet long split the sky. Under their impact, the void trembled violently, black cracks appeared, and the sky on the first level of the small world could be seen. Some monks who were practicing on the first level of the small world felt the power spreading from the sky, and they all turned pale with horror. In a daze, they saw Qin Feng's figure and a strange striped fish, and screamed in surprise. That person seems to be Qin Feng who has entered the underwater world. Qin Feng actually made such a terrifying sword strike, he is really a monster. Breaking the void with one knife, what kind of Delugo immortal is this? The monks on the first level of the Gishui small world were all shocked. The void of the small world was shattered. It was really terrifying. Boom! The power of the void dissipated, and the small world repaired itself. In the space crack created by Qin Feng, a strange fish corpse fell down, and plopped on it, causing the water to condense into ice. It was so terrifying. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 184. Oh my God, so fierce. Qin Feng's eyelids jumped, and his heart was filled with fragrance. This golden fish was too powerful. If it was an ordinary fourth stage cultivator, the 10 kings of hell under the blessing of Qin Feng's 9 prohibitions would be enough to chop it into pieces with one knife. But this strange fish king looked down at Qin Feng, and under the collision of this attack, it was as if nothing had happened, and his eyes were full of disdain. Human, you can't do it? The strange fish king looked very calm, without a trace of ripples. It looked down at Qin Feng as if it was looking at an ant. Nima, this strange fish king is not a divine beast. Qin Feng was shocked. This strange fish king looked very much like the legendary divine beast Kun, but it was Kun that had not turned into Kunpeng. Roar! The dragon horse roared, and the dragon plant's magical power roared, spreading sound waves. In this monstrous roar, ripples were shaken near the Black Mountain, like a doomsday scene. The dragon clan's magical power and roar can make all beasts submit, but except for some strange fish that were suppressed, the strange fish king didn't feel anything at all. Humph, trying to stop a chariot with a mantis arm, overestimating one's own strength. The strange fish king snorted coldly. It didn't take the dragon horse seriously at all. The descendant of the 5th stage sacred beast was nothing but an ant to it. There was a gap of 9 small realms between it and the dragon horse, and they were both divine beasts. No matter how strong the opponent was, it was impossible to level them. This was indeed the case. The dragon horse roared and roared, soaring into the sky, killing the strange fish king. However, a strong wind spread from the body of the strange fish king, which sent the dragon horse flying hundreds of meters away. Although the dragon horse's scales were extremely strong, it was also very uncomfortable to break the defense, and the blood was rolling. In an instant, countless strange fish surrounded the dragon horse. The dragon horse roared and rushed to fight with those strange fish. The scene was extremely shocking. Swallow the sky. A roar came from the mouth of the strange fish king, and a violent wind surged around it, and countless Taiyan chi poured into its mouth. For a moment, a huge suction force appeared in front of Qin Feng and others, and they flew towards the mouth of the strange fish king involuntarily. Qin Feng's body shook, and a powerful momentum emerged. The God King's vision of a bright moon rising from the sea appeared, and the spreading strong wind pushed the 4 women out in an instant. The next moment, Qin Feng waved the Shura Phoenix and appeared in front of the strange fish king. Dang! The Shura Phoenix knife stood on the body of the strange fish king, and it was swallowed by the strange fish without even breaking the defense. Master! Master! The four people saw this scene, their hearts suddenly jumped, and then they cried out in horror. The master, who had always been extremely powerful, was actually swallowed, which made them very panicked. Kill! The four of them shouted, waving their navigation weapons and other weapons desperately, and rushed towards the strange fish king to rescue Qin Feng, otherwise it would be too late. However, the strange fish king was too powerful, and the strong wind surging from it knocked the four people out. Haha, that person has become my meal, and the next is you four. The strange fish king sneered and transmitted the sound. The most powerful Qin Feng had been killed by himself, and the others were ants and could not make any waves. Swish! The strange fish king flew into the air, holding the Taiyan axe in his claws, and wanted to smash all the four people in front of him. As a beast, it naturally did not know how to be sympathetic. In its eyes, the four people were all red skeletons and meat. Chi, chi, chi. At this moment, a dazzling red light burst out from the top of the strange fish king's head, and the next moment, a dragon-shaped air column pierced through the strange fish king's head. What's going on? A cultivator who had just rushed in from the secret realm of the small world to kill the strange fish opened his mouth in horror when he saw this scene. Because he saw a dragon-shaped sword energy flying out from the top of the strange fish's head, instantly cutting the strange fish king in half. The next moment, the belly of the strange fish king was cut open by a knife, and then it exploded, and Qin Feng rushed out with a sword and a sword. Qin Feng broke through the body of the strange fish king and appeared in the sky. The strange fish king's eyes were scattered and became a corpse. It never thought that its extremely powerful stomach, which could destroy everything, did not melt the opponent's body protection in an instant, causing itself to fall into the opponent's hands. That's because Qin Feng's God King vision is like a golden bell, and nothing can break it under the blessing of the nine forbiddens, so he directly used a sword to rip the body of the strange fish king from the inside of the strange fish king, and the 10 hells of hell tore the body of the strange fish king. After killing the strange fish king, a diamond scratch card appeared on the spot. Qin Feng walked up and picked up the diamond scratch card, and the system prompt sounded. Ding! Congratulations to the host for successfully using the diamond scratch card and obtaining the top grade fusion technique of the heavenly grade, Taiyan Fist. Ding! Congratulations to the host for the top grade Taiyan Fist of the heavenly grade, which was fused with the Tianpeng Shenxing Fist to become the lower grade technique of the immortal grade, Kunpeng Fist. Shit. Qin Feng was cold at first when he heard this, and then he burst into swear words in surprise. This strange fish king actually had a critical hit. Unexpectedly, in the second layer of this small world secret realm, he actually got the immortal grade technique. This is simply a pleasant surprise. You know, this immortal technique, with the word immortal, has opened up a gap with the ordinary, like the difference between mud and cloud. Qin Feng knew that his Pangu feet had the ability to crush everything, and he could be called an immortal among immortals. At this moment, Qin Feng obtained Kunpeng Fist. This Kunpeng Fist is an inferior immortal grade skill and is almost invincible. Under the blessing of the nine forbiddens, this boxing technique is absolutely terrifying. A perfect smile bloomed on Qin Feng's face. This trip to Kishui little secret realm was well worth it. At the same time, he had just killed countless strange fish, and countless gold and platinum scratch cards also appeared here. Ding! Congratulations to the sender for successfully using the platinum scratch off card and receiving 8 Ryujin Yuan for practice materials. Ding! Congratulations to the host who successfully used the gold scratch off card and received 2000 high quality elixirs, the Saint Pill. Although the other cards didn't draw anything good, getting the immortal Kunpeng Fist was enough to beat everything else. Qin Feng was very satisfied. Qin Feng waved the Taiyan sword in his hand, and patches of Taiyan light spread out in the void, and then countless strange fish were torn apart by him. The energy of Tadian raged in the void, destroying the sky and the earth, and many strange fish fell into the clouds. But this time, only 2 scratch-off cards appeared. Qinfeng scratched them open and pulled out some pills. Most of the strange fish in the void were wiped out. Zuck, Zhou Qing'er and others all gathered around Qinfeng. At that moment, they were worried. But now they saw that Qinfeng was completely unharmed, and they put down their worries. Master scared me to death just now. I can't be so reckless in the future. I know, I know. Qinfeng stretched out his hand and rubbed Zhou Qing'er's head. He was very amiable, with an unstoppable smile on his face. He had immortal martial arts skills, which made him very happy just thinking about it. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 185. The lunar energy flowed, and all the strange fish at the entrance to the second level of the small world were slaughtered, and countless monks entered the second level. Swipe. Jinhu, Xianyu, and others rose into the air and blocked Qinfeng and the others. Later, Shan Qinggang appeared in front of Qinfeng, with cold murderous intent blooming in his eyes. Boy, how dare you ignore me? Not long ago, he wanted to fall in love with Qinfeng's Tadian sword, but the other party ignored him at all, which made him feel that his majesty was challenged. As the holy son of Xiaoao Peak, Shan Qinggang is very famous in Shiwanda Mountain. He has a wide range of friends. Xuanyu, Jinhu, and others are all his close friends. You guys don't need to take action. You just need to help me stop the strange fish around and prevent them from escaping. Shan Qinggang said arrogantly. He looked at the Tadian sword in Qinfeng's hand with greed in his eyes. This Tadian sword was of extremely high quality. He fell in love with it at first sight and wanted to keep it for himself. You must be Qinfeng. Hand over your Tadian sword to me and I will spare your life. Shan Qinggang's words were very plain, but the powerful murderous aura emanating from him was frightening. The monks who had just entered the second level all looked at the movement in the sky in surprise. Qinfeng ignored Shan Qinggang's words just now. There must be a fight between the two. Shan Qinggang has an overbearing aura, he is a great saint, and he is very evil. And Qinfeng repeatedly killed the Holy Sun and was dubbed the Holy Sun's killer. So everyone looked at the scene in horror, waiting for the show to begin, and a battle between dragons and tigers was about to begin. Idiot! Qinfeng's face was calm. He didn't care about Shan Qinggang at all. He glanced at Xuanyu, Xuanyu, and Jinhu. You 3 are with him. Qinfeng casually put away the Tadian sword. He took out a few healing pills and handed them to his maids. Then, he stood in the void with his hands behind his back, appearing unafraid. Yes, Brother Shan is our best friend. Qinfeng should kneel down and admit his mistake. Xian said viciously, not long ago, Qinfeng didn't take her seriously, which made her angry. At this moment, the powerful Shan Qinggang is preparing to kill Qinfeng, which is perfect for her, as she can just vent her bad breath. Very good, in that case, you 4 losers, come on together. Qinfeng's face was calm, without any panic. He was about to try his immortal skill, Kunpeng Fist. Boom! Qinfeng punched out and smashed a strange fish in the void, and then glanced at Shan Qinggang. Trash, come on, Grandpa will destroy you with one punch. Shan Qinggang's pupils shrank slightly. Qinfeng's punch was very freehand and easy, no wonder he was so arrogant. However, he believed that Qinfeng's punch was the result of a lifetime of skill, and it was just a powerful attack on the outside, in order to frighten the 4 of him. Haha, you have a small skill, but you still dare to do the same thing. Shan Qinggang's expression was cold, and he had a strong aura exuding from his body. He was a very fiery person, and the air became very hot and terrifying. What a piece of shit, Holy Son, you think I'm afraid of you, so you should use whatever means you can. Qin Feng took a step forward, and tremors came from the void. He looked down at Shan Qinggang, his eyes full of contempt. This made Shan Qinggang's face even more ugly. Qin Feng's eyes looked at him like an ant or a dead person, which made him extremely angry. Green Lotus Fire. Shan Qinggang waved his hands, and divine fires appeared one after another in the void. These divine fires were intertwined, like lotus flowers, sweeping toward Qin Feng, and the ultimate intention spread in the air. Qin Feng's eyes narrowed. He possessed the Suzaku divine fire, and the green lotus fire could not hurt him. However, just when Qin Feng was about to use Kunpeng Fist to kill the opponent, Xian on the side also took action. A thin sword appeared in Xian's hand, broke through the void, and stabbed Qin Feng in the back of the head. Killing him in the void was powerful, cold, and terrifying. The whole place was in an uproar, and there was a cold air spreading in everyone's heart. The two saints joined forces, and Qin Feng was afraid that he would fall this time. Seeing this scene, Xuanyu on the side knew that he could not watch anymore. Xian had already joined the battle group, so they naturally had to stand on Xuan's side. Damn it, 4 Saint Sun level figures killed Qin Feng. Qin Feng is finished this time. These are 4 top masters. Even if they win, they will still be defeated by force. Sounds of fear came out one after another, and many people could not hide their feelings. The Holy Sun was already a unique genius. The 4 great geniuses and the Holy Sun joining forces might be enough to overwhelm the younger generation of 100,000 people. Xuan's rapier is a top-grade sword, extremely precious. It is because she is a saint of Xuanji Mountain that she can get such good equipment. At the same time, Xuanyu and Jinhu took out their heaven-grade weapons and plundered the formation for Xian and Shan Qinggang. The 2 Saint Child-level masters took action. They had already won, and there was no need for them to take action again. Little girl, you are on a narrow road. Qin Feng let out a soft roar, and a cold light suddenly shot out from his eyes, and then he punched Xian. The light of the sun bloomed in the void, forming a straight fist pillar. Killing intent surged, and the temperature in the void dropped sharply. Bang! This punch hit Xian's body directly, and then spread out an extremely fierce attack. Xian was hit by Qin Feng's punch and flew up and hit the mountain, almost killing her. If Xian hadn't had a top-grade armor on her body, she would have been torn into pieces by this blow. Ah! Xian roared angrily. She flew out of the mountains like a shrew. She appeared near Qin Feng in an instant like a ghost. At this time, the fire of the Blue Lotus had completely burned around Qin Feng, and the terrifying extreme intention spread, and the void was boiling. Swish, swish. At this moment, Qin Feng's eyes bloomed with golden and black light. Then Kunpeng's golden light and black light intertwined, and the moon and the sun bloomed. In the void, a strange creature appeared. The creature looked like a strange fish, and then the golden stripes flowing on its body turned into a big bird, and in an instant, it crashed into Shan Qinggang's body. Puff! This punch was a real Kunpeng fist, without the blessing of the 9 forbiddens, and it directly acted on Shan Qinggang's body. In an instant, the holy sun Shan Qinggang was directly smashed into pieces by Qin Feng in the sky, turning into a blood mist all over the sky. Hiss! All the monks around were shocked and gasped. Sun Shan Qinggang was solved with one punch. Qin Feng was too scary. Xian was also extremely shocked. She seemed to have become a clay sculpture. Looking at the majestic Qin Feng, she was extremely frightened and regretted it. Window. Tabula equals window. Tabula. Tabula.push, mode, thumbspeed -01, container, tabula below article thumbnail -300x250, placement, below article thumbnail -300x250, target. Type, mix. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fa. Chapter 186. Xian was extremely frightened. She understood why her senior brother stopped her. It was because he felt Qin Feng's terror. If you don't run now, wait until later. Brush. Xian rubbed oil on the soles of her feet and slipped away in an instant. She came to the side of Xuanyu and Jinhu. Now, she was completely stunned and did not dare to act rashly again. However, Jinhu and Xianyu had deep shock in their eyes. Qin Feng killed Shan Qinggang with one punch, making them almost think they were dreaming. This time, Qin Feng is not ready to let go of Jinhu and Xianyu. In the end, the only person who will suffer from the woman's kindness is herself. Kindness to the enemy is cruelty to herself. Brush. Qin Feng stepped on his feet and moved directly in front of Jinhu and the others. This scene immediately frightened Xian half to death. Xuanyu is the holy son of Suanji Mountain. Both he and Jinhu were stunned. Qin Feng's performance was really amazing. He killed Shan Qinggang with one punch. If this matter was to be spread, Qin Feng would definitely he will become a man of the hour in Shiwen Das Han and become the number one on the Tianjiao list of Shiwen Das Han. Brother Qin, your strength is really amazing and admirable. Why don't we sit down and talk about it? This is all a misunderstanding. Jinhu looked horrified. Qin Feng scared him half to death. He bowed slightly with both hands without showing any ears. The moment he lowered his head, murderous intent bloomed in his eyes. Below, everyone at the entrance to the second floor suddenly felt excited. Jinhu looked very tall and honest. He didn't expect to be so flexible and flexible. He was indeed a very capable person. There was a sneer on Qin Feng's lips. He looked at Jinhu with admiration in his heart. If Jinhu was allowed to grow up, his achievements would be limitless in the future and he would be a formidable enemy. But what Qin Feng likes most is to nip trouble in the bud. He cannot give the other party a chance to grow into his biggest enemy in the future. Qin Feng turned his back to Jinhu and faced Xianyu and Xian, preparing to create a condition for Jinhu to attack him with confidence. You two are from Suanji Mountain. Qin Feng smiled calmly, put his hands behind his back, and asked calmly. He had already learned some useful information from the monks around him. They were the holy son and holy girl of Suanji Mountain, and they were very powerful and famous. But so what, since they have murderous thoughts towards themselves and have already started to kill themselves, it is absolutely impossible to let them go. The armor you two have is nice, I want it. Qin Feng's eyes lit up. The armors worn by the two men were all of the highest quality. They were engraved with some mysterious patterns to enhance the power of the armor. Qin Feng was about to dismantle it, see its structure, and then prepare to refine armor for himself and his maids. Qin Feng, we have no grievances or enmities with you. We don't have any intention of fighting each other like this. Why don't we sit down and have a good chat and get to know each other? What do you think? Xianyu said softly, a smile that he thought was very kind appeared on his face. Qin Feng was very powerful and he was unwilling to cause a conflict. After all, it was very dangerous in the Gishui secret realm. If he was injured, it would probably be fatal. When Qin Feng heard this, a sneer appeared on his face. His calm eyes glanced at Xianyu, and the corners of his mouth were full of sarcasm. Xuanyu saw Qin Feng's eyes and understood completely. Today, Qin Feng and he must have a life and death battle. I have never offended you, but the little bitch next to you has tried to kill me again and again. Do you think it is possible for us to reconcile? Qin Feng's eyes glowed brightly. It was really shameless for the other party to say such things. It's not impossible to reconcile. Kill that little bitch and I'll let you go. Qin Feng, don't bully others too much. Xian was furious, and the heavenly sword in his hand released a killing aura. Xuanyu's face was gloomy to the extreme, very ugly. He thought that he had given Qin Feng a lot of face, but he didn't expect that the other party would be so ignorant of praise. Xian is the saint of Suanji Mountain and will be his Taoist companion in the future. How could he attack Xian? It seems that we have no choice but to fight to the death. Xian Yu's expression was very ferocious, and then, a long knife appeared in his hand, the Len Yu sword. In an instant, an astonishing murderous aura was released. Few people could resist this cold moon sword, which could cut the sky and destroy the earth. The cultivation of the fourth stage of Huaxian Jade and Huashen spreads out, and in conjunction with the Tinpin Len Yu sword, the Black Mountain is shaking. Boom! Qin Feng took action boldly, and the Han Peng fist sent out ripples and hit Xian Yu and Xian. Boom! There was a tremor in the void, and cracks appeared in the void caused by this punch. Qin Feng's performance was really shocking. Xian and Xuanyu were overflowing with light. Their bodies were guarded by top-grade treasure armor, which bloomed with gleaming treasure and was extremely strong. However, with this punch, Qin Feng unleashed the blessing of the Nine Forbiddens. Kunpeng's fist shook out golden and black light in the void, and the countless markings were extremely brilliant and ferocious. Puff! A punch hit the two of them in an instant. Half of their bodies were torn apart and they flew out, shocking everyone. The heavenly treasure armor could stop Qin Feng's fist at all. At the same time, Jin Hu, holding a sword, appeared behind Qin Feng and slashed towards Qin Feng's back. Golden Crow meets Yen. As a top-grade ultimate killing move with unparalleled power, this knife struck Qin Feng's back accurately. Qin Feng did not dodge or evade. He could fully feel the mysterious power spreading out from behind him. The blood silkworm soft armor upgraded to the heavenly grade, as well as the 9 prohibitions of the God King's vision, made him surrounded by precious light and extremely solid. Dang! A deafening sound came, and pieces of sparks appeared on Qin Feng's back, completely blocking the attack. The next moment, Qin Feng turned around suddenly, and Kunpeng's fist hit the chest of the golden tiger. The golden tiger flew backwards for hundreds of meters, and then hit the mountain, leaving a human-shaped blood stain, and became a broken corpse. The light of the moon passed by, and the people near the entrance of the second level of the small world were all stunned. The shock Qin Feng gave them was really too rampant. With only 3 punches, 2 saints were killed, and the bodies of the other 2 were smashed and fell in the mountains. Qin Feng himself was suspended in the void. He did not use any weapons, and defeated all these people with just his fists. Qin Feng is indeed the Saint Sun killer. There are probably more than 2 Saint Sun level figures who died at Qin Feng's hands. The monk at the entrance of the second floor looked at Qin Feng, who was quietly floating in the sky, and felt that he looked like a god descending to the earth. Ahem! Lying in the ruins, Xian Yu coughed up blood. Beside him, his junior sister Xian had died for a long time. Ah! Qin Feng, I'm going to kill you. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 187. Xuanyu's eyes were about to burst, and he levitated up. Bloody light surged out from his body one after another. His body became pitch black, as if it had turned into a black hole, capable of swallowing everything. Countless energy from heaven and earth gathered towards him, and in an instant, his whole body glowed with a terrifying black light, as if he had transformed into a ghost king. Qin Feng, if you kill my junior sister Xian, I will destroy you both physically and mentally. Xuanyu's expression was very ferocious. With a swipe sound, the Suanji sword technique was unleashed, and the sharp sword light came to kill. The void was instantly wiped out, and a terrifying crack appeared. This crack spread directly to the first level of the small world. It only took one move, but it had such a powerful power. Qin Feng's eyes were filled with fiery eyes. He could see that Xuan Yu was in a very strange situation at this time. The essence, blood, and soul in the opponent's body are burning, pushing his energy and spirit to a new and terrifying level. This is a secret method similar to the violent pill. One chi stimulates the acupuncture points and can temporarily transcend the peak. Generally, this kind of thing can only be used when desperate, because once you retreat from this state, you will be extremely weak. There is no power to protect oneself. Terrible sword energy bloomed in the sky, and violent power surged from all directions. The bodies of some low-level monks were trembling violently. Xuan Yu's power was really too strong. Boom! Qin Feng was not afraid. He stepped on the instant magic walk and came to Xian Yu, and then punched out. Kunpeng Fist, an inferior martial art of immortal grade, blooms with the light of the lunar and Sunday. The beam of light produced by this punch is very violent, and it collides with Xuan Yu's sword light without any fancy. Just hearing a loud bang, Qin Feng and Xian Yu's bodies trembled at the same time. Qin Feng took 3 steps back, while Xian Yu was directly blasted away by Qin Feng and almost hit the mountain again. A trace of blood came out of the corner of Xuan Yu's mouth, and his face was ferocious and ugly. He decided to use the strongest move. Qi. The most powerful move of the Suanji sword technique, Zhan Tianmi Di, struck. The sword aura was everywhere in the sky, and its power was terrifying. He seemed like a murderous god descending from the sky, coming to the front of Qin Feng like a ghost, and slashed out. Bang! Qin Feng blasted out with Kunpeng Fist again. Under the blessing of the 9 forbiddens, the Kunpeng Fist was intertwined with golden and black light, and the lunar sun bloomed. This punch not only shattered the void, but also shattered Xuan Yu's strongest form of Suanji sword technique, and sent him flying directly. When he hit the mountain, cracks appeared on the mountain, and the solid rocks were blasted away. Qin Feng struck while the iron was hot, stepped on the instant divine form again, appeared in front of Xian Yu, and then punched Xian Yu hard in the chest. With a bang, Xian Yu was hit for the first time. Unprepared, his body flew up again and crashed into the black mountain, blood gushing out. Qin Feng looked through the depths of the mountain with his fiery eyes. He found that the mysterious jade inside was not dead yet, and there were streaks of evil light lingering around it. "I'll go, it's quite evil." Qin Feng shouted low, and he came to the black mountain. In front of him, the lunar sun surged, and golden spots were released on the dark fish. With a boom, this punch shook the earth. Under the blessing of the 9 forbiddens, down, a pillar of air was shot out fiercely. Boom! This punch shook the heaven and the earth, directly punching a very deep hole in the mountain, and directly acted on Xian Yu's body. Xian Yu directly shattered into pieces and turned into a blood mist. 4 platinum scratch-off cards appeared on the ground. Qin Feng stepped forward without hesitation and picked up the cards. Ding! Congratulations to the host who successfully used the platinum scratch-off card and obtained 9 pieces of star gold, the weapon refining material. Ding! Congratulations to the host who successfully used the platinum scratch-off card and obtained the top-quality 3,000-year-old elixir golden crow fruit. This time I opened 4 scratch-off cards, all of which were weapon refining materials and elixirs. Overall, they were pretty good. Let's go, there's nothing useful here. Qin Feng smiled faintly and prepared to go to other places to have a look. At this moment, Qin Feng felt some mysterious fluctuations, and then the black mountain under his feet suddenly trembled, spreading ripples. Then, golden light burst out one after another, and finally the mountain cracked directly from it. A dazzling golden light bloomed between heaven and earth, illuminating the entire second level of Gishui Little Secret Realm. What the hell? He sensed an abnormality in his body. There seemed to be a very powerful existence in the mountain that was released. Whoosh! Qin Feng sensed something was wrong. Without any hesitation, he directly rode a dragon horse and took the 4 women into the air, and retreated several hundred meters away. Finally out of trouble. In the heart of the mountain, a terrifying divine thought came out, and in everyone's shocked eyes, a golden figure instantly floated into the sky. As that figure appeared, light bloomed between heaven and earth. It was a big golden bird, surrounded by a golden halo. It looked like the legendary crane, but it was golden. Damn it, golden crane. Qin Feng was shocked. This was the first time he saw the golden crane. He was at the 4th stage of transformation, which made him feel relieved. This is a crane that has practiced special skills, causing itself to mutate, and it looks very sacred. The crane is rumored to be the mount of immortals, and its cultivation has reached the 4th stage of transformation into gods. Few people can fight against it. The crane floated up to the sky, its sharp eyes swept all the people around, and then stopped its gaze on Qin Feng and others. Where is the strange fish king? The crane's amazing divine thoughts came, and everyone present was terrified, felt the pressure, and their souls were trembling. They couldn't help but kneel on the ground. Because the pressure released by the crane was so terrifying that it made people's souls afraid and couldn't help but want to crawl. Qin Feng frowned slightly. This crane was very powerful, even surpassing the previous strange fish king. The other party said that he escaped from the trap, which meant that it was not the strange fish king who asked him to suppress it here. Human, was the king killed by you? The crane saw the body of the strange fish king on the ground, and looked at Zuck. Zuck was in the 1st stage of the transformation of the spirit, and his whole body released a dangerous breath. I did it. Qin Feng took the initiative to speak. Before he confirmed the purpose of the crane, he didn't want the maid to take risks. Just you. The crane didn't believe it. The other party was a cultivator in the Lingtai realm, just a group of ants. No, you hit your cultivation level, the 5th stage. The 5th stage of entering the sainthood. The crane was stunned. It originally thought that the other party was the 5th stage of the spiritualization, but it turned out to be only the 5th stage of entering the sainthood. But, even if the cultivation level is the 5th stage of entering the sainthood, it is not much different from that of an ant. It is impossible to kill the strange fish king. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 188. Little did they know that all the cultivators around were extremely shocked. The crane revealed Qin Feng's true cultivation level in one sentence, which shocked them all. Qin Feng actually killed 4 saints in the state of transformation with the 5th stage of sainthood. This is simply a fairy tale. Such qualifications can no longer be described as the saints of a great sect, but can only be compared with the saints of an ancient family. Big Bird, I smashed this black mountain with one punch, which means I am your savior. If it weren't for me, you would still be suppressed in the mountain. How are you going to repay me? Qin Feng flew up from the dragon horse. He stood with his hands behind his back, and his white sleeves moved without wind. A confident and powerful aura spread all over his body. This crane is very powerful. If it can be subdued, it will also be a great help. Human, I don't believe you have the strength to defeat the strange fish king. I want to give it a try. The golden crane's eyes shone with brilliance. If he really killed the strange fish king and broke the mountain, he would be his real savior. It would be okay to surrender to him, but he had to make sure that the other party was really strong. Oh my god, Qin Feng actually released such a terrifying creature again. Some monks around were talking about it, their souls were trembling, the pressure from the golden crane made them unable to calm down, and they almost scared their hearts out. It was too scary. They didn't see the strange fish king before, otherwise they would be even more surprised. Human, if you can beat me, I will admit that you saved me and surrender to you immediately. The crane was suspended, and the feathers on its body bloomed with golden light and spread out sword energy. That's what I meant. Qin Feng agreed directly. Behind him, the vision of the God King appeared, and the terrifying power in the void spread, which was extremely powerful. Boom! The sword skill of the crane pierced through the void. Such might was hard to resist even for a cultivator at the fourth stage of the spiritualization. However, all this was too easy for Qin Feng. His God King vision and blood cicada armor protected him like a golden bell, making his body indestructible and indestructible. Dang, dang, dang. The sword energy hit Qin Feng's protective light shield, and the sound of metal clashing was heard. The sound of the sword energy spread, and the sound shook the sky. Plop. Everyone was terrified. The sound effect that spread out made their hearts beat wildly, and their souls were about to break apart. When the sword energy dissipated, Qin Feng was still floating in the clear sky, standing quietly with his hands behind his back, and the wind was light and the clouds were light. The sword skill of the crane did not even break Qin Feng's defense, which was like a dream. Very good, your strength is not bad, I like you. Qin Feng muttered to himself lightly, and then his eyes spread into golden light. Now it's your turn to take my move. If you don't die, you can become my follower. In Qin Feng's hands, the light of the moon and the sun intertwined. He was ready to use Kunpeng Fist to give the opponent a blow and subdue the crane. Boom! The moon and the sun intertwined, and a beam of light appeared in Qin Feng's fist, and then he punched out, and the huge void was shaking. Then the void shattered, spreading ripples, even the first layer of the small world could feel it. In the void, the crane was terrified. This diligent punch actually spread out strands of immortal power, which frightened his soul. In the shocked eyes of countless people, the crane was trembling all over, and then he actually knelt down in the void. Qin Feng saw the scene of the sword pool, and his mind moved. He hit the broken mountain with the circle of light at the speed of light. Boom! The mountain shook, and in the shocked eyes of everyone, it broke directly, and the rocks flew across the sky, and the mountain was razed to the ground. This. Razoring the mountain to the ground with one punch, this is too evil, isn't it? Qin Feng, what kind of martial arts is this? It has already surpassed the heavenly grade. Could it be the rumored? The king-level martial arts. Some cultivators were shocked. Above the heavenly grade is the king-level martial arts. Such martial arts do not exist in ordinary sections. The power of Qin Feng's punch absolutely surpassed the heavenly grade and reached the king level. How could they know that Qin Feng's diamond scratch card opened a fusion martial arts, which made Qin Feng's martial arts directly surpass the king level and reach the level of immortal grade? Hiss! The crane took a breath of cold air, and could not believe his eyes. This punch flattened the mountain. If it hit him directly, he would be killed by a punch. Big Bird, is it unfair for you to follow me? Qin Feng's eyes were fixed, and the whole person spread out a powerful momentum. The God King body made him like a god on earth. Master, please accept my worship. The golden crane did not hesitate at all. It kowtowed to Qin Feng to show its submission. Qin Feng was so powerful that it could not compete with him at all. Qin Feng nodded with satisfaction. With the existence of this crane, once he encountered danger, he would not have to let the maid ride the dragon horse with him. As for letting the crane fight, Qin Feng had never thought about it. The legendary fairy birds existed as mounts, which was their mission. Master, please get on my back. The golden crane flew in front of Qin Feng, and then crouched down. Since he recognized Qin Feng as his master, he had to fulfill his duties. The golden crane can sense that the divine power in Qin Feng's body is like a sea, far exceeding that of ordinary divine bodies, and wisps of immortal power are blooming from his skills. No need. From today on, you will be the mount of the 4 female companions. Do you understand? Qin Feng's body overflowed with powerful momentum. The crane was extremely fast and could travel thousands of miles in a day, just in time to fly with Suzaku and the others. Yes. When the golden crane heard this, he felt a little disappointed in his heart, but he did not dare to resist at all, for fear that Qin Feng would kill him in a rage. On the second level of the small world, all the monks were petrified, with surprise in their eyes. Such a powerful fairy bird was simply too powerful to be subdued like this. What's more important is that Qin Feng only uses such a powerful fairy bird to travel for his maid. It is really too arrogant. The reason is very simple, because Qin Feng owns a dragon horse, and the dragon horse has a higher growth quality. One person has 2 mounts of the quality of mythical beasts, which is the envy of everyone. Suzaku. Qin Feng sent a message to Suzaku and winked, telling the golden crane to carry the 4 beauties. It must be dissatisfied. Qin Feng decided to let Suzaku give it a showdown. The bloodline of the Suzaku saint and the rumored bloodline of the mythical beast was enough to suppress the bloodline of the crane and make it convinced. As Suzaku and Qin Feng stood together, Suzaku's true fire wings bloomed behind her, which was the spread of the pressure belonging to the divine beast. The golden crane felt the blood of Suzaku, and its dissatisfaction immediately dissipated. Even the saint of the Suzaku clan became Qin Feng's maid. How could it be unwilling to accept it as a crane? You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 189. Qin Feng jumped on the dragon horse, and the maids mounted the crane. They rose into the air, ready to explore the second level of the small world. They learned from the crane's words that the reason why the crane was suppressed by the strange fish was entirely because the strange fish king ordered the strange fish to use the power of the sea of fish to submerge it, which eventually led to the exhaustion of its power. At this moment, there was a tremor in the void, and countless strong men came one after another, hundreds of them in number. Wearing the costumes of Jingguan Cave and Xiaoao Peak, these people spread a powerful momentum and came to the second level of the small world. Get away! There was a monk in front who was too slow to hide. The leader immediately slapped him with a palm. The powerful chi directly knocked the monk away and flew hundreds of meters away. Whoops! The remaining monks ran faster, and all of them escaped at once, for fear of suffering an unreasonable disaster and being affected by the fish in the pond. He is a strong man from Jingguan Cave and Xiaoao Peak. And he is the Deputy Cave Deputy Peak leader of both factions. Are these people here to kill Qin Feng? The monks who were hiding from a distance were talking in low voices. They were trembling with fear and couldn't stop shaking. 2 very famous religious masters from the 100,000 mountains are here. Because the Holy Sun gave you the confidence to enter the second level of the small world first, and took over, they all fell here. This made their group of guardians very angry. The Holy Sun laid his body on the ground. If this place was not recovered, they would not have to mess around anymore. Qin Feng, if you destroy the Saint Son and Saint Girl of our sect, I will make you pay with blood right now. Jing Guangdong's deputy cave master rose up in the air, staring sharply at Qin Feng who was sitting on the dragon horse, and then glanced at Suzaku and others, with violent killing intent flowing out. Yes, Qin Feng, if you just surrender, you can avoid torture and give you a good time. The deputy peak master of Xiaoao Peak also sneered, his eyes staring at Qin Feng, who was only 500 meters away from him. When one reaches their level of cultivation, the distance of 500 meters can be reached in just one thought. Are so many people here to die? Just catch them all in one fell swoop. Qin Feng said lightly. He was thinking about how to bring together the elders of the 2 factions in the secret realm of the small world, but he didn't expect them to come to his door. Ha 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 ha. The deputy cave master of the Golden Light Cave looked up to the sky and laughed, his golden hair dancing wildly. He was extremely tall, and his body shimmered with treasure, bursting with powerful power. Qin Feng, even if your personal strength is not simple, You are far from the opponent of our two factions joining forces. Jing Guangdong's deputy cave master was extremely confident. They joined forces with Xiao Aopeak, and there were dozens of monks in the realm of gods, including the remaining nearly 109th level saint monks. They were extremely powerful. It's a pity that we don't have any good equipment, otherwise it would have been another bumper harvest. Qin Feng looked disdainfully at the weapons held by the monks in Jingguang Cave and Xiao Aopeak. All of their weapons were lower grade heaven grade weapons, and some were higher grade Xian grade weapons. Qin Feng has as many weapons as he wants, and he is not rare at all. These people in Jingguangdong and Xiao Aopeak are not treated as saint child level figures, and it is impossible to obtain high grade techniques and weapons. Qin Feng's words suddenly aroused their anger. Their two dignified monks of 100,000 mountains came to kill each other, but the other party actually regarded them as prey. It was so arrogant that it was outrageous. The point. Court death. While speaking, the deputy cave master of Jingguang Cave and the deputy peak master of Xiao Aopeak waved his hand, and hundreds of monks surged up, surrounding Qin Feng and Suzaku. Kill. Without any unnecessary words, the two groups of monks surrounded Qin Feng and the others. Qin Feng raised his hand and handed the immortal killing gourd to Zhou Qing'er. He sent a message and ordered, "Little monster, protect Qing'er and Zi." Roar. The dragon horse monster received the order, and a divine dragon roar suddenly came out. The power of the dragon clan's magical power spread here, and the monks in the air were suddenly stunned. This magical power of the dragon clan has little effect on monks at their level. They only paused for a moment and then surrounded Qin Feng and the others. Qin Feng suffers death. The deputy cave master of Jingguang Cave shouted angrily, holding a cold long knife and killing Qin Feng. As a monk at the 5th level of divine transformation, he has been in this realm for decades, and his cultivation is deeper than that of Jinhu. Since you are the first to die, then I will help you. Qin Feng said lightly. He didn't even take out his weapon, but a dark light bloomed all over his body. Boy, how dare you be so arrogant in front of this cave master? There is only one way. The deputy cave master of Jingguang Cave looked very ferocious. He rose into the air, and the long sword in his hand swayed with brilliant golden light, slashing at Qin Feng. As the deputy cave master of Jingguang Cave, he is very powerful, otherwise he would not be able to become one of the deputy cave masters of Jingguang Cave. He has absolute confidence that he can kill Qin Feng and avenge the Holy Sun. He used the secret method to see that Qin Feng was in the 5th stage of sainthood. It would be easy to kill Qin Feng. At the same time, the deputy cave master sent a message to the deputy peak master of Xiao Aopeak, telling him that Qin Feng's true cultivation level was in the 5th stage of becoming a saint. Boom. Without any tricks, Qin Feng punched out directly. With the blessing of the 9 forbidden boxes, the power of Kunpeng Fist was unimaginable. Puff. I saw a cloud of blood mist suddenly exploded in the sky, and this punch hit the deputy cave master of Jingguangdong hard, blasting the deputy cave master of Jingguangdong into powder, leaving no bones behind. Nima, how can we fight like this? The elders and monks of Jingguang Cave were shocked. Just at the beginning, Qin Feng killed their leader, deputy cave master, with one punch. How could they fight? The deputy peak master of Xiao Aopeak, who originally wanted to join forces with the deputy cave master of Jingguang Cave, was also stunned at this moment. Just now, the deputy cave master of Jingguang Cave told him that Qin Feng was in the 5th stage of becoming a saint, but this punch killed the deputy cave master. He couldn't understand Qin Feng's fighting power at all. This was the 5th stage of becoming a saint. Demonstrated strength. Fellow Taoists of Jingguang Cave, this guy killed the deputy cave master. Let's all come together to avenge the deputy cave master. Following the order from the deputy peak master of Xiao Aopeak, boundless sounds of anger erupted in the arena. The deputy peak master of Xiaoao Peak decided to use a sea battle to drown Qin Feng. Even if Qin Feng's single strength is very powerful, there is only one person, and the human sea tactic is enough to kill him. But at this moment, the monks who besieged Qin Feng's maid were suddenly robbed. I saw thousands of sword energy waves suddenly blooming in the void. Those sword energy was very dazzling and penetrated the void. At this moment, in the hands of Qin Feng's apprentice, a strange gourd spurted out thousands of sword lights. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 190. The sword energy was flying, brilliant ripples appeared in the void, and thousands of sword energy soared into the sky. The other party's little maid was obviously only in the realm of sainthood, but with the blessing of the immortal killing gourd, she actually severely damaged the monks in the 9th realm of sainthood, and her strength doubled several times. As a magic weapon for group attack and killing, Zhou Qing'er has this magic weapon, which is simply more powerful than a tiger, and its power is terrifying. No one could get close to her, Lin Ziyi, and Long Ma for the time being. Faced with such a shock, both of them remained calm and composed. Qin Feng has too many good things in him, and there is no problem in keeping them safe. On the other side, Suzaku, who was in the stage of becoming a god, was killing everyone. Her momentum was surging, and her killing moves were extremely powerful. The heavenly weapon Wind Wing Boring radiated brilliant light, and dozens of monks were killed by her without any resistance. The monks in the Golden Light Cave were really stunned, with a look of horror on their faces. The deputy cave master was dead. They were frightened and wanted to escape. As a result, countless monks from the Golden Light Cave ran away, trying to escape far away. However, at this moment, golden sword energy suddenly bloomed in the void. The 4th stage divine crane also took action. It shot out thousands of sword lights all over its body, and countless monks were pierced by it, unable to stop its blow at all. Countless well-matched monks were killed like dumplings in the void. Quick, quick. Some elders in Jingguang Cave were so frightened that their legs were weak and they said they were in danger. Their teeth were chattering. The deputy cave master of Jingguang Cave died so miserably that he didn't even leave any bones. Qin Feng's maids and mounts were also extremely powerful. In an instant, the number of monks in Jingguang Cave and Xiaoao Peak was reduced by more than half. Swipe. Countless monks flew around and appeared behind the deputy master of Xiaoao Peak in an instant. Their legs were so frightened that they became weak. They all gathered behind the master of Xiaoao Peak and regarded him as their backbone. Peak Master, what should we do? This Qin Feng is too strong, why don't we withdraw? There was an uneasy feeling spreading, and everyone had a look of infinite horror on their faces. The monks from the 2 major religions united and mobilized their troops. Unexpectedly, this was the result. Some of the monks who were hiding away looked at the battle here, and they were all horrified. They looked at the elders and other monks in the Golden Light Cave, who were tragically hit by Qin Feng's punch, and they all felt that their hearts were filled with joy. Just now, the deputy cave master of Jingguang Cave killed an innocent monk with one punch. At this time, he finally suffered retribution. Where can the old dog escape? Qin Feng stepped on his feet and moved instantly, suspended in the void, staring at the deputy peak master of Xiaoao Peak in front of him. I'm right here, where did I run away? The deputy peak master of Xiaoao Peak said ferociously that he thought that the monks of the 5th stage of transformation were so scared. If this spread, he would stop messing around. It doesn't matter whether you run or not, you have to die anyway. Qin Feng is not worried that the other party will escape at all, because he is not prepared to let go of all the enemies here. Qin Feng is capable of fighting me alone. If you defeat me, our grudges will be wiped out. I promise that the 2 platoons will never trouble you again. The deputy peak master of Xiaoao Peak said with twinkling eyes. He knew Qin Feng's terror, but he had to provoke him and create opportunities for himself. Are you an idiot? Now I'm going to cause trouble for you. Qin Feng sneered lightly and looked sideways at the other party. Their side, including the mounts, was only 7 in strength, but the 7 of them actually shocked the hundreds of monks on the opposite side, causing Weiss to overwhelm them. If this matter were to be spread, it would be enough for people to talk about it. Okay, I'll give you a chance. As long as you can stop me from punching you, I will let you leave. Qin Feng stood with his hands behind his back. No matter what method the opponent came up with, the outcome would not change. It's settled. The deputy peak master of Xiaoao Peak said quickly. He was afraid that Qin Feng would regret it. Although Qin Feng had just punched and killed the deputy cave master of Jingguan Cave, he thought that the deputy cave master of Jingguan Cave did not react at all. At this moment, I know what I am doing, and I will go all out to meet the opponent's attack and make full preparations. I will definitely be fine. Bring it on. The deputy peak master of Xiaoao Peak has a ferocious and terrifying look in his eyes. Layers of light shields surge up on his body. 10 layers of light shields protect him. Coupled with the heavenly treasure armor on his body, he is confident that he can win. Qin Feng's move. Boom. Qin Feng said nothing nonsense and used the Kunpeng Fist, an inferior martial art of immortal grade. The Kunpeng Fist diffused the light of the lunar and sun, and with the blessing of the 9 forbiddens, released an extremely terrifying aura. Bang. Click. There was only a collision sound, followed by a click sound. Qin Feng directly punched the light mask on Xiaoao Peak's deputy peak leader and hit him in the chest. This punch directly hit the void on the second level of the small world, and a large hole appeared, illuminating the scene on the first level. Then, in the horrified eyes of everyone around him, Deputy Peak Master Xiao Feng was directly beaten to pieces by a punch and turned into a bloody man. Even the heavenly treasure armor could not protect him. He fell to pieces and fell the void. Hiss. Everyone around him gasped. Qin Feng punched the Deputy Peak Master who was fully prepared to death. Who else can stop him? Qin Feng is simply invincible with one punch. What kind of punch is this? Even if it's a king-level boxing technique, I'm afraid it won't be so powerful, right? Some of the monks around were trembling violently in the void, and a few of the timid ones had urinary incontinence for a moment. However, no one laughed at them at this moment, because they were all terrified. Brothers, run away. It's so scary, I can't stand it. Someone shouted, and the 2 factions of monks who had just prepared their battle flags were completely in chaos again. Countless monks flew into the air and fled to the distance. Don't let any of them go. Qin Feng gave an order, and the immortal slashing gourd and the crane all shook out pieces of sword light, and the murderous aura was soaring. The monk who escaped was caught up in an instant, and then stabbed and fell from the sky. Soon, the second layer of the small world was full of corpses, and countless corpses lay on the ground, becoming food for the monster fish. There were countless gold and platinum scratch cards here, and Qin Feng picked them up one by one. Although the treasures scratched out were average, they were in large quantities. Qin Feng got a lot of refining materials and cultivation resources. It's time to find a quiet place to improve the grade of the weapon. This small world is on the 2nd level, and Qin Feng and his team did not find the entrance to the 3rd level. It is very likely that this Kishui small world only has 2 levels. After doing all this, Qin Feng and his team found a secluded place to prepare to practice weapons and make pills.